Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm gonna move up my desk. Pretend you don't notice. So, this is I apologize, I don't have any fancy thumbnails like Sam does. This is a delayed reaction for Thor Love and Thunder. Finally saw it on Disney Plus Day. It was not good. I'm sure everyone has said this. And I heard spoilers before. And it wasn't bad for the reasons I thought. Well, let me rephrase that. So there were parts of the story that were good slash they could have been better. Let's get the nonsense out of the way first. First, there's Thor not being as bright. The scream. So he and the Guardians of the Galaxy save a planet. They give them giant screaming goats, and they anytime there's an establishing shot and they're anywhere in camera view, they do the like, not even funny. Even all the way up until the not final, but second to last gore fight, they help out in the fight, and as they're headbutting a monster, they do the scream. I'm just like, stop. So, what else? I don't know why Valkyrie is King Valkyrie. That makes no sense. She's a female. Sorry. One of the elements where I thought they could have, that was actually done well, was Jane Foster. And I know people out there are saying that MCU's, they're just replacing them with females. I hate to spoiler alert, it's not happening here. But you see why. So we know she has the cancer. We know, and she gets Mjolnir, but they do, Korg is narrating, but they do a flashback with the relationship of Thor and Jane. And at one moment, Thor tells Mjolnir, "You have to promise me you'll protect her forever." And that's what happens. So she's trying to cure herself, gives up, goes to New Asgard, goes near Mjolnir because she knows how it gives life. She gets Thor powers. I'm not going to call her Thor. Lady Thor. Still makes no sense. That's Thor is his name. Okay. That's not a title to give. But there's still Thor. But her not being in human form or regular human form is draining her actual life. So at the end, when it's the decision of stay home and maybe potentially heal yourself, even though you're at stage 4, or go out and help Thor with Mjolnir and further push herself, she takes the latter, and that's what ends up killing her. Which, that was actually a very sentimental kind of, I don't know if you want to call it arc, but it's just like she knew she had to sacrifice, and Mjolnir wasn't gonna save her. So that was gripping. Two other good points. The ending was actually good. The action with the kids is, I'm gonna move myself and pretend. Action with the kids was kind of goofy. Not kind of goofy, very goofy. But so maybe the ending battle wasn't that great, but the battle before on the like black and white planet, that was actually pretty tense. And Christian Bale, man, he came with it. Christian Bale, we know Russell Crowe, they're in it. And I kept thinking, man, no one told them how lame the script was because they killed it. Just for their characters. And there should have been more gore. Zeus, I could have done, he was silly. Like, that was good humor. I kind of like the accent, but should have been more gore in this. But it's just, too much. It's like the story's getting a little bloated. If they didn't have as much like Korg, Valkyrie, Guardians, they didn't even need to be in this. The little like training montage was like you could have cut that down by like half or 1/3, please, because it's just like not funny. Like Thor is trying to save the people he gets the goats from, saving them, but ends up destroying their like temple. And you can see it coming from a mile away, and like the conversation with Star Lord was just weird, and all of the like the dialogue is just not. And don't tell me it's a comedy. It can be a comedy, but this was not funny. You have a comedy with someone that has can't like. I don't understand how Marvel Comics became. I'm going to talk about this when I talk about She-Hulk, a comedy. Okay. First off, if it's supposed to be a comedy, it is not funny. Second of all, we're talking about action superheroes with elements that are funny. I like Mahler. He had a video talking about when Captain America, the first Avengers, when the city of New York is getting destroyed, there is a funny element in it where he gives the police officers commands. They're staring at him like, why should we listen to you? He fights some Shatari, and the police officer gives the same exact commands that Captain America gave him. That is funny because of the circumstances. Like the events are terrible, people are dying, but it's just funny the way it happened. But this is just like I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but this entire movie, it was just like forced comedy, not good. That Taika Waititi comedy, which that's sad because I had faith in him after Ragnarok. He directed 1 or 2 Mandalorian episodes, and this just was not that great. Chris Hemsworth, it's not Chris, it's not the actors, it's just the packaging could be done better. Valkyrie, like Korg is funny. Valkyrie is she was just so dull in this. We got more out of her, and well, I guess she's only ever been in Ragnarok, but man, she was just dull. So this movie, what would I rate it? I would rate it I don't even know, higher than She-Hulk, but like at a 3 out of 10 type thing. I don't know, man. They're making another Thor. So Gore's daughter. Spoilers all over the place, but comes back to life, and Thor ends up taking care of her. So she wields Mjolnir. Thor wields Stormbringer. So Thor can just grant Mjolnir to anybody. I guess he's Odin's son, but now he's taken Odin's spot so he can declare for anybody. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe they'll do better next time, but this was not it for me. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Dork Dad over and out.